Check out my personal picks each month. I'll see you there. Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Tonight we're looking at films by the talented Charles Walters. And with me to talk about Walters' work is his biographer, Brent Phillips. Welcome back, Brent.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you here.
It's wonderful to be here.
Now, up next is a film from 1953 starring Joan Crawford that Chuck Walters not only directed and choreographed, but one in which he also briefly appears. The movie is Torch Song, the first film starring Joan Crawford in which she was photographed in Technicolor. Now, this is also one of the great guilty pleasures of moviegoing.
Yes.
I know Joan Crawford fans perhaps took it very seriously, and it should be taken seriously, but she's outrageous in this film. And one of the great things, and I'd love you to talk a little about it, is the moment with Chuck Walters.
Yes.
And she's doing a dance number for a show that's about to open.
Yes. Basically, that number, Chuck had decided, again, this was at the opening of the film, and he said, this is going to be the first real musical with Joan Crawford, of Joan Crawford's career. So he said, we're not going to tease, we're going to put a dancing Joan Crawford out there from the very beginning.
Right.
And so that's why that number went in. And Joan was not supposed to do it with Chuck, obviously. Joan was working with a young contract dancer by the name of Mark Wilder, who was evidently a very good partner, a very handsome young man. Joan had an eye for Chuck and basically sort of said, I feel so much more comfortable with you. Would you mind doing this with me? Now, to ask your director to appear as basically a glorified chorus boy dancing with her really kind of takes, well, Joan Crawford could get away with it.
Right.
And so Chuck said, if it'll make you feel better, absolutely. And so that's why Chuck decided that he would appear back on screen with Joan Crawford in this number.
It's a great, fun film to enjoy, I think.
It is, and it's one of those films, it was shot in just 24 days. So I think a lot of people also look at the thing and they think it's going to be this MGM musical with great production values
Right.
and everything else. It was shot in 24 days.
Right.
And for Chuck to have to make Joan Crawford appear as a musical comedy legend
Right.
in that amount of time, that's almost as ludicrous sometimes
Right.
as her performance. But she, you know, here, you got to hand it to her. There she was doing a musical comedy at her age, and, you know, she does it with aplomb.
And she looks great in the movie.
Her legs never look better. Yeah.
Yeah. Also has a good cast. And Marjorie Rambeau, who plays her mother, got an Oscar nomination for it. So it's got many good things about it.
Yeah, even though it's a one-woman tour de force, it also has Harry Morgan from before he went on to MASH fame as sort of a very patient director. Always seemed very Chuck Walters to me. And even Eugene Loring, the great choreographer, appears as the dance director in this film. Right.
Well, let's have a great fun for all. Here with the cast, it also includes Michael Wilding, Gig Young, and Dorothy Patrick. From 1953, Torch Song.